Imagine the flickering torchlight casts shadows on the face of the tavern keeper as your party interrogates him about the mysterious disappearances in the village. His eyes flicker with uncertainty, but is he just afraid, or does his behavior stem from something deeper? Welcome back, folks. I'm Jukes, and today we're untangling the web of insight checks. At the core of RPGs, insight isn't merely about discerning if someone's telling the truth. It's a key to understanding underlying motives, emotions, and the silent tensions in the room. When players lean in, eyes narrowed, and ask to roll insight, they're not just checking for honesty. They're gauging the room. They're reading unspoken dynamics. And they're delving deeper into the emotional landscape of the scene. But let's face it, how many times have we reduced an insight check to just, they seem to be telling the truth, or you don't really trust this person? It's time to add layers to this mechanic. When a player nails a high roll, don't just hand them the truth on a silver platter. Paint a picture. Describe the NPC's demeanor in intricate detail. Maybe say, he seems confident in his response, but there's a fleeting hesitation every time he mentions the artifact. Give them the mood, the emotional state, and let them deduce the rest. Like if you said, her tone is light and upbeat, but there's a brief flash of sorrow in her eyes when she talks about saying goodbye this morning. Provide those layered details for them to analyze. When it comes to those middle-of-the-road rolls, introduce some nuance and uncertainty. Rather than stating definitive facts, provide interpretive breadcrumbs for your players to analyze. For instance, on a high roll, give vivid emotional details. You notice his lower lip quivers as he speaks about his brother. Whereas on a middling roll, hint at hidden feelings. Her expression remains neutral, but something seems off in her voice. The high roll reveals inner emotions, while the middling roll spurs further roleplay through uncertainty. By calibrating your descriptions, you can turn insight checks into an engaging and interactive experience. And what about those pesky low rolls? Get creative with them. Instead of a flat, you can't tell. Add in an unexpected twist. For instance, perhaps they misread the situation entirely. You think you see a flash of anger in their eyes, but it could have just been the lighting from the fireplace. Or maybe they get distracted by an irrelevant detail. Try as you might, you can't seem to tear your focus from the strange necklace they're wearing. With poor rolls, challenge assumptions and introduce unpredictability. The possibilities are endless when imagination fills the gaps left by the unlucky dice. These nuances make the game richer, more unpredictable, and ultimately more engaging. But the real treasure here is prioritizing roleplay over dice rolls. Encourage your players to dig deeper through conversation. A roll might give them a nudge, a hint, but the true essence of the game lies in interactions, questions, and unraveling the story thread by thread. When providing insight, factor in each character's backstory and past experiences. Their unique history should shape their perspectives. For instance, a character with betrayal in their past may pick up on subtle signs of deceptions that others have missed, or someone who grew up in a violent environment might sense a latent aggression that isn't apparent to those with more sheltered upbringings. So, fellow DMs, as we step away from today's deep dive, keep these 3 essential tips in mind. Insight is about understanding, not just detecting lies. High rolls provide depth, middling rolls introduce ambiguity, and those unpredictable low rolls open up new possibilities. Above all, prioritize role-playing over rolling. The magic lies in the story, not just the numbers. Until next time, keep those dice rolling, and remember, in the world of RPGs, not everything is as it seems.